What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. I've been busy, as I usually am. I'm always finding things to work on around the base. Lately, I've added layers between each floor on the base. I've also changed our immersive engineering floor down there. That's not supposed to stick out that far. I'll have to fix that. As you can see, I completed our first square on the controller. I actually shrunk it down. It's only a 4x4 square, but it's there. It's functioning. Does everything we needed to for now. Right now, I'm not too worried about channels galore and stuff like that, but we'll get to a point where we need to pay attention to that. But I have worked and improved a couple of things. Let's give you a quick tour, because we're going to be working on some improvements to the base, and this is probably the biggest one you'll see here. I redesigned our immersive engineering floor down here. So, coke ovens still in their boxes over here. I did put the hole in the floor because we are going to have to expand down further as we go. I moved our presses over here. This is our chunk boundary, so they just barely fit right here. I thought about actually moving them over so it splits it, but I just felt like it worked right here. It is a little bit of a tight fit, but that's kind of just because my base isn't the biggest it can be. Pressure got moved back here. Arc furnace, everything is all hooked up and powered. Generator. Our excavator got moved over. You can see it's on that vein right there. It's got gold, copper, and nickel, mostly gold. Generator is right here. I believe I actually, I hid the wireless thing in the wall because I needed this base. Refinery is right here. Still backed up on diesel. Oh, we're just getting to that point where we're starting to empty this tank out. I've also added tanks as buffers for each of the items, or each of the fluids. So we actually have a decent buffer. I might need to go turn the excavator off. Oh wait, I can still do it from right here. And I've put these guys inside their own little chambers. The only problem I have with this, the only one, is this guy still runs through stuff faster than this one. So I have added a small addition because we get more of the crop than we do the seeds. And that is these guys. I have two formulaic assemblicators right here that are set up so that if this gets full, or if it can't put anything into here, it will try to fill into here first. And then if it can't fill into here, it'll fill into these, which this one will get canola, this one will get the aubergine. I haven't actually put any filters on there because we obviously don't have enough to get there. But eventually I will put some filters and stuff on them so that they can only get the right ones. I think the filter is a little expensive. This one. Yeah, we actually need the conduit binder. I could do that once we get to there. That RF powder, that's 2 chapters away. But those make seeds, put it back into the system, and then they make their way over here. But as you can see, I've put tanks in front, so they now have a buffer. They also have a buffer of all the pipes that are leading over. And I think it just works a little bit better. That's enough about our expansions and stuff. We are going to be doing some more machining and stuff today. And our little area over here is going to expand. And I think I might actually move this over to this wall because I think what I want to do needs a little more space. I think. Now this setup works really well. We have everything we need. I actually put the redstone box behind it. I can't really do anything to this. You can see I swapped these out for item ducts instead of the item conduits. But I'm thinking we're going to move this over here for now. And then we're going to move this over here. Because what we're going to try to do today, before we can go to Erebus, which is where we need to go next. We've done all this stuff. We got the Atom Warrior, which is used to make the snow globe to go to Icica. Icica is one step. So that is this chunk, this little bit up here. So that'll get us GP powder. But in order to actually do anything with GP powder, we need this from the Aether. And in order to get into the Aether, in order to actually unlock it, we need to go through Erebus to get Crown of the Skies. In order to open Erebus, we need to make this pedestal, which requires this eye. So we have a little bit of crafting chain stuff to do over here, which isn't too difficult. But the way I'm going to set it up, we won't have to worry about it for a while. Now we will have to get to this as well, because that's another material we're going to need. And I think there was something else to do. No. Well, I still kind of want to go through and get all this stuff, but I think this one I just have to make yeah, I just have to make 2 treated wood slabs. I have been processing everything from our excavator. We have quite a bit of resources. You saw I just got some more relic ore stuff too, because we're going to need that for later too. For now, I have all of our machines that we're going to be using today. At least I think I do. Might be missing a machine somewhere. I do know I need the crusher, which I think got put in here. Yes. We do need the crusher. Now, I don't want to really set these machines up 100% automation. We will do that eventually, but things like diamond, which is something we're going to need for this, we don't have anywhere near enough of to do. Okay, so we got all that stuff. Let's go ahead and we're just going to stick you over here for now. Factory, and factory, and you get those. Alright, so the way I'm hoping to do this, we're going to take all this down, is I have this set up in another world in a specific way, and the way I have it set up is because there's certain items. Oh, you know what it is? It is... I'm forgetting what it is. Let me go take a look real quick. Okay, so I have an idea about it. And it doesn't quite fit the way I want it to, because I want it to kind of keep things within this. But I think we're going to have to do it a little bit different. And I am going to put it right here. But we're going to have a couple other items that are going to be placed elsewhere. And I realize I am missing 2 machines. And I think I need a couple more drawers. But that's not too much of an issue. What we're going to need to do is enrichment chamber and enrichment chamber, metallurgic infuser. Now this is one of the few spots I'm going to actually like break my stuff right here, because I want to put a crusher right here. I don't have a really good way of getting out of there. Do I have slabs? I should. Yeah. There we go. No. There we go. Okay, so that gives me access to that. And then we have metallurgic infuser here and here. And I think I actually want a drawer above this. No, we're just gonna leave it alone for now. What we're gonna have is a drawer here, and eventually a drawer here. That did not place the way I wanted it to. There, now we got that. And we'll go ahead and we're gonna steal this one, which is from the excavator. We're gonna set that there. So essentially what we're gonna have here is this gonna be a diamond input. We're gonna set it to auto eject to both of those sides. This is going to have diamond and it's going to get these, which I know it's not really set up right for the moment, but I put the wrong one in there. That one's easy enough to switch back and forth on. Oh, stop that. You're not supposed to be doing that. There, I can get around this side. So now I can set this one up, because this one is going to have auto eject go into both of those sides. And it needs infuse input on this side. Now this one gets the no, it just gets input. That's output. If I can learn how to click right. The crusher is going to output to the top. It doesn't need an input at the moment. This is going to input infuse from the bottom. Output to the top. We'll say auto eject on. Auto eject should be on for everything. Now I think everything here is just about set up. That's going to be output. Yeah. Now, if I did this right, I can shove some obsidian in here. And we need some diamonds. We need some obsidian. You can hear some fire. I put these guys outside. I just think they look good. And because I wanted them out of our storage. Let's grab some diamonds. We have quite a few blocks of them, actually. We're going to take that many for now. We need some obsidian, which I should have plenty of sitting in here. I have just over a stack. I'm going to have to go get more. But we're going to... I have pulverized obsidian from the basalts. Yeah. That's the stuff I want. This is going to give us refined obsidian when we combine it with diamond. Which for our quests are the parts we want. So diamonds can all go in there. This doesn't have power. That's fine. I'll just take those and that should work in there. I'm gonna have to give this some muffling upgrades because that thing's gonna be annoying as all hell. But we're still missing two machines, which are the osmium compressors. We're gonna need osmium compressors to make glowstone ingots as well as refined obsidian ingots. I went the long way around. So let's grab some cables. And where is the quest for the glowstone ingots? Glowstone ingots, the compressor. Oh, it's behind this, which this is just a crafting. This is just normal crafting. The energetic alloy, on the other hand, we need to throw in the furnace. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a good amount of these advanced control circuits, at least for the start, because we're going to need them for quite a few things. That gives us that, which gives us a bunch of coal coke. I'll take that. And now we can make our osmium compressors. So we need 2 of these, and the hardest thing to get in them is this enriched gum. It's just kind of annoying. Do I have enough red alloy ingot? The osmium compressor, I will go ahead and throw that up here. I am 1 short on red alloy ingot. And I am very short on... Oh, no, I'm not. I have that. I have that. I'm 1 short on those. And then I have a bunch more of those circuit things downstairs. Okay, this should give us our 2 osmium compressors that we need. And that should be all our machines we're making for today. That's still a lot of machines. But with this stuff, we can actually get some things going. So this, we're going to go ahead and place this down. Do the auto eject up. And you don't need any of that stuff. You just need glowstone and osmium to start making some of that. Now it's supposed to be a 1-to-1, where it's 1 glowstone, 1 osmium, gives you 1 ingot. But for whatever reason, it's slightly off. I don't know why, but it is. So we'll go ahead and put this down here. We're going to end up with a little bit of osmium left in here. Like I said, I don't know why it does this, but it does. We are gonna kind of move these back and forth, you know, where we actually need more of it. Our refined obsidian is just going in here at the moment, because I don't want it all to go into here. I don't really need a super huge amount of this, but I don't want all of it to be compressed into osmium, or compressed into refined obsidian ingots either. Eventually, when we can get rid of this, we'll move the we'll put the compressor up here with something to draw out of the drawer, and another drawer up there with the refined obsidian ingot. But for now, we're just gonna kind of have to have it here. Hey, look, we're out of diamonds. So that's making our refined obsidian dust. Let's go ahead and make like 8 of these for a moment. We're gonna make 16. That's gonna make 16 of those, which that gives us our osmium compressor. Here, give me the obsidian. I need that right now. That's not doing what I thought it would. Okay, if that's not gonna do that, then I'm not gonna worry about dealing with that anyway. Which means I can remove that setup. Hey, we've got our reinforced alloys. I think we need 1 more to complete the quest. There it is. And where is my key? And I can lock these things into their drawers. Oh, I can lock this one in up here. Our glowstone ingots. And I think over here... I will stick 4 of those in there, and this should give us the next one. Nice quick succession here. I will take the diamond doors. Thank you. To get these atomic alloys. Yeah. That's working nicely. Let's hang on to that for now. As I said, I will go ahead and Yeah, sure, well, let's put that there. That doesn't need to be input into there. That doesn't have power anyway, so I'm not going to worry about this thing at the moment. I don't really need a lot of these. We don't have a super huge demand for them at the moment. But we need them to be able to make the Eye of Gaia. Which this is where we end up with our next challenge. We need an elite control circuit. Which is also more diamonds. But we need Osglow Glass. Which Osglow Glass, this is why we got the stuff over there prepared, is an osmium ingot, a refined obsidian ingot, and a glowstone ingot in the arc furnace. That's why I decided to get glowstone ingots going, and that's actually why I guess I do need to get that going. I don't have a power cable on me. Oh, you know what? Since we're not going to be doing that setup, I can go ahead and remove that. Up here into the corner. And let you go and do that. Our convoluted power systems. I'll fix all the floor stuff later. But that gives us the ability to do a bunch of this in here with some osmium. I will keep that stuff in the drawer. I won't auto feed it just yet because we don't have a super huge amount of diamonds to be able to throw at that. What am I here for? Osmium. So Osglow Glass is used in quite a few things. One of those being the energy upgrades for our machines. That will be very useful for us in a little bit. As well as some muffling upgrades. These things are a bit noisy. So I'm going to get some stuff crafting up so we can make our Osglow Glass. And then I think we just need the one block. And there's elite control circuit. Oh, we need the magical snow globe. That's right. So like I said, the elite control circuit's not bad. This energetic silver is just silver, redstone, and glowstone. About the same as the vibrant alloy we just threw in there. Just silver instead of gold. Easy enough to do. So let's grab some of that and we can throw it in there. I think I'm only going to make a stack of it for now. Because this one does not get used as much. We need to make this snow globe for the eye that we need. Now, the snow globe does require us going and getting some prismarine crystals and stuff. Oh, right, I need another star. Everything else is easy enough to get. Grass I can get, ender pearls I have. These, we know where a guardian temple is. I believe it was out here. We'll find it. I know it's there. I know it was somewhere out this way. We'll come back and we'll fly along this same path again. And we'll find it and we can get our prismarine crystals and shards. And we can start working towards our little area. Is kind of cool. If I need to expand our base, we're going to move on to this island as well. But I don't think we're going to need to expand anytime soon. Anyways. Let's get some of the other stuff that we're going to need. I am going to go have to kill a wither. Do I have skeleton skulls? I do. Let's go kill him real fast. Well, that was rude. I have a hellhound on the other side of my portal. Okay, if I remember right, I can do this. And fill up here like that. We can try out our new Radiance spell. It's not super powerful. But I mean, it's range, and it's actually good against moves. Remove this block. Hey, there we go. We got it. And he dropped a few other things. I got this neat sword while I was doing the Atom stuff, and I'm trying to like use it a bit. It's got this soul drinker ability that makes it grow stronger the more people I kill. I'm kind of trying to see if we can level that up. I've never used that before, so I don't know how good it is. It's a little bit weaker than my actual Tinker's sword right now, but I'm wondering if it levels up enough, if it will be better than the sword. Or if it levels up multiple times. But I don't know anything about it. I'll figure it out as we go. That's kind of just how I play. Let's get our oh, before we go that way, we need to... Let's let that recharge for a bit. We need to make some potions, because the game wants us to make water-breathing potions before we go to the Guardian Temple. It gives me all of that, and we can get... Ooh, I'll take the mending book. Because I think... Where is? I think I can throw mending on here. It only costs 2 levels. Oh, I'm wondering, can we throw like anything else onto this as well at the same time? I have unbreaking around here too. Okay, we can't put sharpness in mending, but we can put smite and mending on it. And it keeps soul drinker. Awesome. Okay, so now the sword will repair itself as we kill stuff. Fantastic. Anyways, before I got distracted, it wants us to make a brewing stand before we go do this stuff, because it actually wants us to make the potions. The potions really don't matter. Let's go ahead and make these real quick. Okay, we've got our potions, and I also realized that I have been playing in the wrong screen mode. Because when do I ever get things right the first time? Okay, so we're going to take 1 potion with us. We go ahead and put our levels back in the tank. And there's everything we need for the quest. Get a few extras just in case. Going to the Nether should be the last one I need for this snow globe to awaken, and it looks like it's awake. Yep. Got that nice glow to it. I have lots of friends in the Nether. But we've got all of our stuff. We've got our snow globe. I threw some stuff down into the arc furnace, and I got our first Osglow lapis, which I set right in here. And then I think I need the energetic silver is the other one I need for this. Let's make our block of Osglow lapis. Let's get our block of fluix. I think that is about everything we need for the Eye of Gaia. Oh, I need 1 atomic alloy. Now, to make this thing and to awaken it, it takes a massive amount of power. It's going to drain everything we have to make this, to awaken it. But this means that we will have everything we need to actually get into Erebus next time. And I'm hoping to do that all in one shot as well. The last couple of ones haven't quite been one shot, but they were one session for me. With the exception of trying to hunt down the ring or the necklace in Adam. Erebus may take me just a little bit longer because there's a couple of specific things that we need to find. Aha, there we go. So now to awaken it, this is it. It needs 4,000 IF per tick for 120 seconds. Oh, it takes Vivid Alloy. Let's get those in there. We can throw in our Eye of Gaia. And we're going to watch this power bar just instantly disappear over here. Oh wow, it's actually not disappearing. And there we have it. We have our Eye of Gaia, which completes that chunk of the mechanism for our quest book. Now, I have an inventory full of random junk again because I completed all the quests. But this should give us our access to I feel like these are more expensive. Give me the Osgo glass. That should give us our access into Erebus. Yeah, there we go. Now we can craft this stuff and we can get going over there next time. Like I said, or I said it before, Erebus is a bug and spider dimension. So I will put a warning at the beginning of the video that if you're not become arachnophobic in the Erebus. Yeah. If you have arachnophobia or a fear of crawling bugs and stuff like that, I recommend not watching it. It's not insanely crazy, but it can get under your skin. I don't have any problems with it, but some people might. So if you're not interested in watching that stuff for the next video, then you may want to skip. I think it's probably going to be the next 2 videos total, depending on how it turns out. But we'll see how that goes. I need to process all this stuff. But for now, I think that is going to be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out what we're doing next. After Erebus. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time.